With talk of multiple returns and more, my name is John and you're watching The Wrestling Report. AEW star and son of Taz, Hook is one of the hottest prospects in the promotion, as WWE insider BWE said this about him possibly going to WWE. Personally, I think Hook is the easiest catch for WWE at the moment. Taz wants him to go. Shawn Michaels and Triple H wants him. I don't know about his contract, but I believe he could be the first of many. With it having been reported that Drew McIntyre has not re-signed with WWE, his contract with the company is set to expire in early 2024. Giving an update on McIntyre, Ridge Holland said this about him to Cultaholic Wrestling: "He's fine, Drew's fine. Yeah, he is probably in the gym as we speak, lifting 2 cows. He is fine, Drew is good. I don't know for sure. I don't know anything. I think whether it is a month from now, 2 months from now, or 3 months from now, you will see Drew McIntyre back in WWE." Explaining why MJF will be facing Tanahashi at the Forbidden Door event, Dave Meltzer said on Wrestling Observer Radio, "Politically, Tanahashi is now a guy. For years and years and years and years, Tanahashi, Okada, Naito, and who was the 4th guy? Maybe Kota Ibushi or someone? It actually might have been Kenny Omega now that I think about it, but there's 4 guys that New Japan, if we come to the United States or whatever, like when they were working with Ring of Honor, it's like you can't beat these guys." Actually, it was Nakamura who was the 4th guy at the time, and at other points AJ Styles was as well. But anyway, the point is that you couldn't beat them. And then Tanahashi's no longer on that list, so he's a star who can lose, and that's why he wrestled Moxley on the last Forbidden Door show. At AEW Dynamite, World Champion MJF would smack the glasses off a fan as some online are advocating for the fan to file a police report and sue. The fan would respond to MJF on Twitter with a photo flipping off the champion. Staying on the topic of AEW Dynamite, there were multiple mistakes made from a production standpoint. During the Christian Cage promo, he would end up being muted for a short period. Also, when Brian Cage was holding Orange Cassidy in a bear hug, a graphic that read "no" would appear on screen. Sean Ross Sapp, of Fightful, would add that the "no" on the screen for a moment on AEW Dynamite wasn't a distributor or cable error. It happened on all the broadcasts. When it comes to a return for a former WWE champion, Sean Ross Sapp, of Fightful, said that Bobby Lashley hasn't wrestled since the World Heavyweight Title Tournament, but is advertised locally for Friday's WWE SmackDown. Following AEW Dynamite, The Elite and Eddie Kingston had an interaction after their brawl with the Blackpool Combat Club, as Kenny Omega said this. Here's the video.
I'm You types keep showing up. Eddie. Hey! Eddie! Eddie, I'm talking to you. Hey! I'm talking to Eddie. That's right. No, is that what you think? I don't want to flake shoot. In fact, we need about as many friends as we can get. We got a whole big outfit in here. And if you're going to throw your name in the hat, Eddie, I'm not saying we're going to share a milk. I'm not saying we're going to share a Coke Zero. But if you want to place in this ring with the Elite, if you want to fight the good fight against those guys back there, against those guys across the sea in Japan, then you've got a home in an AEW ring with us. You know, it seems like the more time goes by, the more I'm picking myself up from the heap to try to tell you guys some kind of happy story to close off the night with. The only happy story I've got right now is that the night isn't over. We still got Rampage. I still got to visit with the hospital.
Love you, Kenny!
But you still got all of us. And week by week, day by day, the people that want to spread the message that wrestling is a beautiful place and that we will take on the world's best no matter where they come from. And love us or hate us, you guys are kind of elite fans too. So stay tuned with us for Rampage. Oh boy. Next week, do we ever have an exciting piece of news? We've got Dynamite. We've got Rampage. We've got Forbidden Door, Will Ospreay. We've got Dynamite. We've got Rampage. We've got Forbidden Door, Will Ospreay. And we've even got a hot little number called Collision. Guys, love us, like us, hate us, be indifferent. All of these shows gives us an opportunity for us to hash it out. You want to see us fight the best? You want to see us fight the guys that you hate? You guys hate us and you want to see us get beat up? Tune into the shows and we will see you there. So please stay tuned. Please stay tuned for Rampage. Until next time, until next week, I must bid you adieu. So goodbye, everyone. Mwah! And good night, bang!
Speaking of the brawl between the Elite and the Blackpool Combat Club, Jon Moxley could be seen in the background of the ring casually conversing with Matt Jackson. As fans reacted negatively to this writing, why was Moxley having a convo with the Young Bucks in the background in the middle of a brawl in front of the camera? Jon Moxley in the background talking to Matt Jackson like they were friends was not a good look. Sure, may not seem like a big deal, but when you're telling a story with the hatred between BCC/Elite, definitely is a WTF moment. When it comes to AEW re-signing the Elite to new contracts, it was said by Fightful that the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and Adam Page have all been negotiating new AEW contracts this year. When we asked for an update this week, we were told that the deals aren't done yet. However, both sides have felt like several deals had been close, with one side noting that could have been said for several months, and not a lot had changed on that front. Those we spoke to within AEW were confident they'd retain the Elite, despite CM Punk returning to the company. We've not been given any update on the Elite and their willingness to work with Punk, though creative is planned for several of them for quite some time. It's worth noting that Omega had time added to his deal due to missing out via injury. At this point, between injury time, option years, and any other variables with all four wrestlers, it's tough to determine when exactly each deal is up. We're told by WWE sources that they would absolutely have interest in all four talent in the event they become available, but that they don't actually expect that to happen and that WWE are nowhere near being legally allowed to talk to any of them. There were rumors that the Young Bucks had reached out to WWE last year, but sources close to them denied it. We're told that most people in AEW expect that each man will remain in AEW on significant money increases. With him returning to WWE for the Backlash event in Puerto Rico, this was said about Carlito now having signed with the company, with Dave Meltzer noting on Wrestling Observer Radio, Carlito had an independent show on July 15th for Devin Nicholson in Canada, and he called him up to cancel and said that he is signed with WWE. So perhaps he is signed with WWE. That's what Devin Nicholson said today. As CM Punk is set to return to AEW for the Collision debut on Saturday, Ringside News wrote that AEW is about to see the return of CM Punk, but WWE isn't fazed in the slightest. We are told that WWE is too busy keeping this momentum going to worry about Tony and Punk's failures. Talking about CM Punk on the PW Torch VIP audio show, Wade Keller mentioned this: "I am under the impression between now and Saturday there's going to be something that comes out that media-wise that is not gonna help matters, probably. I don't mean to be cryptic, but I haven't heard the details or seen enough to say much, but yeah, I just don't know. I just think it's going to be one of those weeks. I'll put it that way. From what I'm hearing behind the scenes in AEW, it's just going to be one of those weeks." Adding a bit of context, Ringside News wrote that according to Brian Alvarez of F4W Online, there is an update regarding CM Punk. It is now being reported that Punk has recently participated in a controversial interview with ESPN. Alvarez noted that this interview is expected to stir up strong emotions and potentially upset a lot of people. And this was your Pro Wrestling News Update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.